Hey everybody, G4 Video 5 here, and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto Vice City, the Definitive Edition. In this part, we will be completing the mission G Spotlight for the film studio.
I'm sorry, but I just can't swallow this right now.
Come on, darling. He's hung like a sperm whale, for pity's sake. How can you not feel the part?
But Stevie...
How's my star director?
Oh, man, the struggle between the artistic integrity and the pumping action continues unabated. And before you ask, yes, all 4 videos will be released by their... Honey, can you please keep the Andacon in the shot? He costs more per hour than you do.
Oh, sorry, Steve.
I was thinking we need some kind of big stunt to really promote the launch. Something that will make a real impact on this city. You got any ideas?
Well, in the old days, they used to have gala events, stars, limos, the night sky crisscross with searchlights.
Searchlights. I got an idea.
Yeah. Well, little sequin numbers and the limos. Premieres. Oh, yes, ma'am. Of course, ma'am. And the press and the barrage of lights.
So there's an achievement associated with this mission in the Definitive Edition version of this game called Not My First Time. And it requires us to not fall back onto ground level during the rooftop sequence of this mission. And so that's easier said than done, because there are quite a few jumps on these rooftops where you can potentially overshoot or undershoot and end up crashing, and then Tommy goes flying off of the roof, and you end up having to restart the entire mission if you want that achievement. So falling off the rooftops is not normally that detrimental to completing the mission itself, but the achievement does have a very strict requirement. Now, if you don't care about the achievement, I'm also showing off an alternative way of completing this mission, which is by using a helicopter, as there's a couple helicopters nearby, so I'll be going to one of them to show that off, just in case someone's interested in that type of dirty business. So regardless of your method of completion, you still need to complete this opening segment involving this first stunt jump, which is quite dramatic stuff. I mean, we're going to be flying out of an office building, and this poor bastard's going to get it right in the anus. I mean, we could drive around him, but what's the fun in that? So, you see that right there? He just gets flung to the side, and then we just fly out, and we can begin this process of collecting these rooftop checkpoints, as we eventually need to get to a spotlight where we will, perform some dirty things. Now, in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, you can see me obtaining a helicopter by going to the helicopter spawn really nearby, and I won't show off the entire sequence of me getting the checkpoints in the helicopter, as you would get the idea after me collecting the first few, but on the big screen we have the actual bike sequence itself that is relevant to the achievement that we want to obtain, and from this stunt jump going onwards in this mission on the big screen, I'm trying to get as full speed as possible while going off of these jumps, but before that stunt jump for the other handful of jumps that we already completed, I didn't want to go at top speed, because there are those moments where if you go too quick, then you end up crashing into the, barriers of the rooftop, and then you end up flying off the roof. Or potentially your momentum will carry you so far that you end up just kind of crashing and falling off the roof that way. So you got to be really careful and find the right balance of allowing your momentum to carry you versus just going full speed like a maniac. You know, there's a nice middle ground there that shouldn't be ignored. So, you know, we've gotten that taken care of now, so we're going to jump down. And there are these, pseudo checkpoints, I suppose, where those ramps or staircases can be used to get back to, the midpoint of the mission, rather than starting all the way back at that initial office building and going through the checkpoints again that way. So, if you did have to reuse those stairs, though, to get back to the rooftops, then you may as well just restart the mission at that point if you are going for the achievement, because falling off and having to reuse those checkpoint stairs that got lowered would be considered a failure for the achievement. So, yeah, be mindful of that there in this jump right here. Oh man, the old rectum was getting clenched, TBH, fam. But here's the final jump, and look at that beautiful skyline in the background. Like, that is just so nice. Like, they really did a fantastic job with the colors in this game. Like, they really pop out and mesh very well with each other. And with that, we've now completed the film studio asset, so that's quite nice, because that means the mission strand is over, so we can move on to some more exciting things. And this place will generate up to $7,000 every day, and we do have a phone call to take after completing this mission.
Tommy, Paolo here, Clue Paso Amigo.
What do you want, Paul? I don't want any fake label clothes.
Very funny, mate, but you know I don't touch bent gear. No, I was just calling to see if I could get a part in one of your movies. Back in England, I did a lot of blue stuff, mate. I'm packing more heat than you, my son.
Paul, thanks for the offer. I'll bear that in mind.
Seriously, don't forget about me after all I've done for you.
That's what I'm trying to forget about.
Classic Kent Paul being a sick freak. You love to see it. And so, with that now completes this part. So, in the next part, we will begin the Andy Kaufman Cabs asset by doing the first mission for it, called VIP. So until then, I will see you next time.